Hi, I'm Nancy, your trusted guide. Thank you for stopping by. So, today we're going to be talking about how to price your services for international clients. This is a really serious one, you know, because one of the biggest mistakes African vendors make when selling is charging local prices or even overpricing. I've seen some crazy pricing, you know, and it's both ways, either too low or too high. Maybe you've had a diaspora client ask for a clothes and you immediately disappear. You say, is this one? I don't know what to do. Or perhaps you completed a project and later realize that you didn't make anything. If this happened to you, it has happened to many people. It has happened to me. You understand? But the good news is that pricing is a skill. So today I'm going to just give you a simple framework called the price formula. Just tips on how to price your products for your services. So if you're a wedding vendor, designer, event planner, caterer, makeup artist, photographer, whatever you are, this framework will help you. Now, the reason, first of all, why many people struggle with pricing, which is understandable, is that most vendors, just choose prices based on what their competitors charge, what they think the customers can afford. You just look at you and say, it looks as if you can afford $100. They give $100. Or what they just feel is comfortable with them. But none of these methods are really reliable because beyond your product or your service, you have to also know that you're selling convenience, communication, reliability, professionalism, and peace of mind. And all these things have value. So let's look at the price framework so that next time when you are offering a price to a diaspora customer, you make sure that you do the right thing. Now, P is for position your value. Okay. Successful businesses focus on the outcome they provide. So always focus on what this service or product is going to help to achieve. Like instead of saying I take wedding pictures, you can say I help couples preserve memories that will endure for generations. So you're selling an experience beyond just I take pictures. Everybody takes pictures. You take selfies now. You understand? So I help diaspora families celebrate their culture and all that stuff. Sell the emotional part of what your service achieves. Okay. So because people buy results, they buy emotions, they buy experiences. So when your value is clearly positioned, then your price becomes easier to justify. So you must be very confident that you are delivering something that is life changing. You understand what I'm saying? So ask yourself, what transformation does my service create? Then R is research the markets. Oh, research. Many vendors just give their prices solely based on their local environment. Don't be a local champion. Okay, that's dangerous. If you are serving international clients, you need a broader perspective. Research similar vendors abroad, international marketplaces, wedding industry pricing, diaspora focused businesses. Know how people are doing it there abroad and stop being a local champion and just thinking local. Okay? You're not copying anybody's price. You're just trying to make sure that you are at par with what the standard is. You understand? So don't just research makes you informed. So because you are informed, you make informed decisions rather than emotional ones or just looking at guessing and saying the way I'm seeing this person. No. It helps you have a template also for pricing. Then I is include hidden costs. This is where you will lose money if you don't know this one. You know, think of everything involved in serving a client, from your consultations to your follow-up calls, to your revisions, to your transportation, administrative work, payment processing fees, currency fluctuations, internet and communication expenses. All of these consume time and resources. Okay. So you will find out that all these things are taking that little cent here, that little cent there from your money. If you don't include all these things, you'll be exhausted and underpaid. So if it costs you time, energy, or money, then it should be considered in your price. Okay? Your business is not a charity. So your pricing should sustain your business. Then C is create packages. This is one of my favorites, okay? Instead of just selling things individually many times, help your potential customer by simplifying their decisions, helping them make choices that in a package form. For example, you can have essential package, premium package, luxury package. This helps your customers to compare the value that they are getting, okay, rather than the price. So if you say, this dress we are making, it comes with coral beads, for example. The bride looks and says, wow, I don't need to get coral beads. Okay, yeah. So it chops off a lot of things. Or you say, okay, this jewelry we're making, it comes with earrings. Okay, the bride will have her earrings, her bracelets, and her bag. And then she says, okay, so I can work with these people because they do this, this, this. So create packages that make the clients appreciate that you're actually thinking of them and thinking of how to make their lives easier. People love their lives being easier. Okay? So many customers actually won't choose the cheapest package. When you offer them value, they look at what value they are getting rather than the price. Okay? So remember that. Then establish boundaries. A good price means very little if your boundaries are weak. I have experience with this one. Okay? Every business needs clear rules. Define your payment schedules, your deposit requirements, your delivery timelines, your revision limits, your cancellation policies. Without boundaries, small client requests can become endless demands. Endless demands. And if I remember Steve Harris, a long time ago when I listened to him some years back, he said the people that pay the least are the ones that trouble you the most. So if you don't set boundaries, you'll be exhausted by people that are dragging you in the open field since you refuse to build a fence. So boundaries often increase customer confidence because it communicates professionalism. So when you know we're not going to tolerate indiscipline, the customer will line up. They said only 3 adjustments. So they know that the first time they have to make sure they are okay because they know if they're not okay the third time, there's not going to be a fourth time. Do you understand what I'm saying? But when you don't give that maximum of, for example, we're not doing more than 3 adjustments, then the person will say, look, I see this dress, it's tight here. I was thinking it was my size before. And then before you know it, you are on a dress that you should have finished. You've lost money, you've lost time, you lost energy. Don't do that. So professionalism is very important. Okay. Boundaries show that you are professional. So professional businesses have systems, they have processes, and they have boundaries. So remember, let's look at our price formula again. P, position your value. People look at the outcomes and not just your service. So present that, go for that emotional angle of what the person is going to achieve. And when you know that this is what I'm going to help this person achieve, then you are more confident to put out your price. You understand? Then R, research the market. Don't do guesswork. Always research. Know how much people are selling this thing on Amazon or Etsy or wherever. Know what they are doing there. Know what other people are doing that are dealing with diaspora customers. You understand? Then I, include hidden costs. Protect your profits. That generator you were using, include the fuel price. You understand what I'm saying? Your internet bundle, include the costs. Because when you start downloading and uploading, you will know. Then C, create packages because it makes buying easier. You help solve a lot of related problems when you create packages, and the customer will look more at the value you're offering than the price. Then E, establish boundaries. Boundaries, remember, you don't set how many revisions or how many adjustments we can take or how long we're going to run on this project, how fast. Set boundaries because that also helps the customer to be disciplined. And they appreciate that because it makes you look good. So when your pricing reflects your value, your professionalism, and your expertise, then you stop attracting bargain customers and start attracting serious clients because you look like a serious business. Okay. So take one of the services you render today and look, run it through the price formula and see whether you've been doing the right thing. Okay. If you have any questions, remember, or you want anything else that you want us to coach you more on, you can drop it in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe to Clipkulture. Remember, we're helping African businesses, African vendors track diaspora customers, build trusted businesses, and compete confidently on a global stage. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much.